Amod Khan. Sanjay Jha says that the Mumbai police should be much more forthcoming, much more transparent. In fact, today the lawyer, and we'll play that clip out just after you and Dilip speak, the lawyer for the accused has questioned or challenged the face of the CCTV being the face of the man who's been arrested. If as this goes to court, forensic labs will have their own role to play. Do you believe that the police should be communicating on specifics that are now being raised in the media, in the public domain? Who was actually in the auto rickshaw that took Saif Ali Khan, for example, to the hospital? There's been confusion from the first day. First, it was described to be Ibrahim, his eldest son. Then it was Ibrahim and his younger son, Tamir. Today, there were reports that it was his friend. Then his friend came forth and said, no, I went directly to the hospital. So there's a lot of missing information that the public is then, not that they should, the public and the media are feverishly speculating on.
No, actually what happens that in such cases, high profile cases, a lot of these things happen. I would not say that the police is not supposed to report back. Police, the investigating officer or the senior officers who have their brains intact, who have to maintain the balance, they are expected to keep the media and the people at large informed on the certain basic things. But what they are not supposed to inform, they should never inform. Because in all these cases, that kind of things come. For example, you refer to this photographs. For a common person also, if you look at the two photographs, they appear to be different. The
photographs of the CCTV, can we go back to those? Yeah, here.
Yes. I mean,
do they look different to you, sir?
Decidedly, they look different. They don't look alike by any standards. They look quite different, actually, both of them. But then that is not the issue. I'm not concluding at all. Because there is a very clear-cut forensic method. There are scientific investigations which can very clearly compare the two photographs and give a decisive judgment. There is a method of forensic photograph examination and comparison. It can be done. We did it in Rajiv Gandhi assassination case long back. When Dhanu killed herself, killing Rajiv Gandhi, that time it is based on the photographs that we identified Dhanu from previous photographs. I see no reason why Bombay police can't do it, and they must be doing it, I am sure.
But when you, as a veteran IPS officer, you say that to your eye, the man arrested, could we play the picture again? When you say that decidedly the CCTV, the man on CCTV, let me just correct that, the man on CCTV and the man arrested look different. And you're saying this is a very experienced IPS officer. Common people will speculate even more.
No, see, when you look at, when you compare two photographs, then you compare certain kind of points. There are specific points on the faces, specific point on the photographs, which can be seen visually, but which can be decisively explained through forensic examination. The forensic photography identification examination is a very established kind of scientific method. And I think Bombay police must have done it. But more importantly, let me clarify where the mistake lies. Actually, none of these photographs should have been given out in the media. It is not proper at all. Because the Identification of Prisoners Act very strictly prohibits it. Because once you give out a photograph in the media, what happens to the witnesses? See, the witnesses can't examine. This problem we have always faced. And this problem comes in the high-profile cases. I have faced it in Jaska Lal case. I faced it everywhere in a variety of cases which I have done. But then the issue is that deliberately giving it out to the media and realizing both the facts. I mean, the details could have been given. The name could have been given. The methods followed could have been given. It is something very appropriate to say that this third part of that knife, they could recover, let's say, within 1.4 kilometers of that scene of crime. It's perfectly in place. It's perfectly in place to give other details. Now, for example, the family members and the father of the so-called accused now, the person who has been arrested from Bangladesh, he is making statements. I'm really surprised about it.
Correct. The father is saying, "Ye mera beta hai hi nahi, uski to lambe baal hi nahi hai," so on. But the father will say that. Right.
One more very important point for all the people sitting here, I would like to clarify. See, Lalit Makan Arjun Das was killed, and the same killers had killed ultimately General A.S. Vaidya. If you recall, Barkha, you are the crime reporter, you know it very well. One person was arrested by Ranchi police and who declared that he was the killer. There are people, there are people who come out themselves and say in big cases that they are the persons who have killed. Another very important point, if you recall, in several cases it has happened. There was a witness, a very notorious witness. The case again, you know so well, NDTV was involved. in which he posted himself on the scene of crime in BMW, Nanda's case, remember? And then
Yeah,
he
yeah,
became
yeah,
a point of controversy. Till now, the case is going on in the courts because Supreme Court of India, High Court, everybody commented on it. So there are
yeah.
umpteen examples where wrong people are arrested, where wrong people are presented. But the fact remains that I would like to talk that even if it is a big case, Rajiv Gandhi case and variety of cases we did, see, you should think of the person and the situation like an ordinary case. You
Let me
have to
ask you
prove the
this.
case.
Let me ask you this before I go to Dilip and also play out the lawyer's statement. When you say that to your eye, your trained eye, your eye is not untrained like me or the others here, that the man on the CCTV and the man arrested look different, do you believe that the Mumbai police could have made such a big blunder? Or do you believe that it looks different to us? It doesn't mean it is different.
See, the Bombay police could have told it only after the Bombay police had confronted the second person with the witnesses. Without, I mean, it is wrong. Let me inform you. There is another legal catch into it, which others may not
Hmm.
understand perhaps, but I have to explain. It goes without saying that in majority of cases where a witness is found or an accused is found in high profile cases, they are confronted unofficially and the witnesses are shown because ultimately that person has to be produced before a magistrate or somewhere for test identification parade. It's a very crucial evidence required because ultimately the witnesses have to identify. I am not aware whether Delhi police confronted the second gentleman, the second person, with the
Mumbai
witness.
police, the
I
Mumbai
have no idea.
police. Yeah.
Sorry, Bombay police, whether they
Hmm.
did it or not. If they have done it, and if witnesses have said that he is the person, people like me, ordinary people, need not comment on it. So these are all
Yeah.
facts of the investigation. But I would like to go along with Bombay police, except making a statement that they need not and should never give information which in any way is disclosing the facts which are crucial for the investigation. But then they have to keep things under wraps. They are not supposed to give
Yeah.
out everything. So this is something very
Yeah.
important because, and the
So this
witnesses.
is,
Well,
yeah,
one more
yeah,
point,
yeah.
Barkha, the witnesses, the most
Yeah.
important people. It is still not clear. It is still not clear whether Karina was there on the scene of crime. What was her conduct? That's very important.